Ladies and gentlemen, it is true. Precision farming is coming. What follows is some information and visuals in the blog post from today, the 24th of April. I think that's right with the date. Yes, 24th of April. What I'm going to start off with, though, is having a quick look back at this screen. What's next? Now, we already know. The first pack was NEXAT. We had that. Remastered map, Silver and Forest. We've had that. Farming Simulator VR came out. Done. Patch 1.6. Done. Content update. We've had a few of those now, including one yesterday, which was the Class Zerion Saddle Track pack and a couple of bits and bobs with that. Free download remastered map number 2 was Horse Aggravation map come out. On the right-hand column, it says, patches and content updates coming. Precision farming, that's what we're talking about here. Second packet announcement and release. We're not sure what that is yet. Exciting announcements and more. We've already had patch 1.7 and a couple of minor bits in there with much more to come. So, precision farming. Farming Simulator 25 gets a substantial boost in realism with Precision Farming 3.0. With more than 5 million downloads since the initial version was first released. Now, this is obviously Giant speaking. We had to bring it back. When, you ask? May the 8th is when it's going to be coming. And we're adding new features in addition to existing ones. And yes, we'll already show the first gameplay of Precision Farming in a live stream next week. So that's Giants are going to be live streaming to show some of this stuff off. Whether we'll get any access to any footage and stuff, I don't know. This is just the initial bit. And again, this is giving us some information, not all the information. I'm assuming there's going to be more to come with regard to equipment, machinery, things like that, because it does allude to some things, but doesn't go into a huge amount of detail. Now, for the people that were asking about precision farming that really like it, now we know it is coming. There are a lot of people asking, that's fine, but when it comes, are we going to still have the original features, or are Giants going to, in inverted commas, muck around with it? As far as I can tell, and what we'll go through in a moment, they're adding to what it already has, which is absolutely brilliant. So, tram lines and subsidies. This is something a bit different. In this new and improved iteration of precision farming, tram lines help you plant like a pro, guiding your machinery along the same paths each time for cleaner fields and healthier crops. If you're planting catch crops like oilseed radish, you'll get rewarded with in-game subsidies for choosing eco-friendly, nitrogen-saving methods over standard fertilising. Just like the real deal. So, organic farming, for all intents and purposes. So, what form that's going to take, how that will work, I don't know. But that is pretty cool, though. I mean, I don't know if it will work with grass, because grass, technically, you can use as a catch crop. But obviously, oilseed radish is the one that's sort of in-game. So, this is an interesting image. PWM and section control. Precision Farming 3.0 also adds some cool tech. Pulse width modulation. A fancy name for sprayers that can adjust output on the fly. Instead of just blasting fertilizer non-stop, PWM lets each nozzle do its own thing, pulsing out just the right amount depending on your speed of turns. That means less waste and better coverage. It then also says we also add automatic section control. Now, we had kind of versions of this, I guess, on the previous on FS22. Your machine will now switch individual parts on or off as needed. No more overspraying or missing spots. It's cleaner, smarter, and better for the environment. And then the image, obviously, that we're looking at while I'm saying all that, shows you with and without pulse width modulation. What's going to be interesting to see is that when you go over the field edges, and like I said, we haven't seen any footage of this working yet. But also, obviously, we've got GPS in-game now. So if you're running it with your GPS, I'm assuming as workers make a turn, as you make a turn, it will, like I say, rather than if you slow down on a turn, it's not going to be putting way too much out. It's going to be modulating that while you turn. And also then if you make a turn and you've got over a part you've already done, it should then shut off the sections you've already done, because otherwise you're going to be spraying over something you've already sprayed. It's going to be interesting to see what it all looks like as it all comes out. New machines and retrofit sensors. We've got 6 machines to play with this update, including the John Deere R975 Ice Sprayer, which I think we had before, and the Hoare Body Swap System, which is going to be another one of those change systems. Ever wanted to turn a trailer into a high-end slurry tanker? Now you can with the Weinhoff 25.200 PTW Profi liner that comes with a manure sensor. For those of you sticking with other sprayers, you can upgrade them with the Trimble Weed Seeker 2 sensors to spot spray weeds like a boss. Simply retrofit them. So we're going to this will come with an update, I would imagine, as these things often do, because all these things are going to need to be tweaked into the base game coding, etc. Don't worry though, all features of Precision Farming 3.0, everything you love from earlier versions is still packed in. If you want to know more about each feature, you can check out past articles which explain what they're all about. So I have put the blog link in the description. If you want to click on the blog link, it then goes into the different sections. So soil types, we're going to still have soil sampling, the environmental score, economic analysis and yield maps, crop sensors, variable rate seeding, that was always very cool, variable rate weed control, variable rate manure fertilizing, mineral fertilizing, and variable rate mineral lime spreading. So for your pH levels and your nitrogen levels and all those kind of things, and that then when you're running precision farming gives you a one-pass application. So at the moment you've got 2 fertilizing states in game, and with certain sprayers and spreaders and things like that, you can do double application. With this, it'll be one pass, and with weeds and stuff as well, spot application of herbicides, which is pretty cool. If you are brand new to the game, what is precision farming? If you haven't played precision farming with Farming Simulator 19 or FS22, we'll do a short recap. So here it is. Precision farming was initiated by EIT Food, Europe's leading food innovation initiative, in cooperation with John Deere educational institutions and other partners. Co-funded by the European Union, the initial goal was meant to highlight sustainable technology in agriculture, to create awareness in the general population. So Farming Simulator was basically offering itself as a vehicle to transport the awareness of sustainable farming, reaching millions of players worldwide, and then content creators making their videos as well and talking about precision farming and playing with precision farming. It spreads further and further, not just people gaming, but people watching and stuff like that. A better understanding, I guess. Other partners of the project, the University of Hohenheim, Germany, the University of Reading in the UK, Grupo AN, the largest cereal cooperative in Spain, and the Institute of Animal Reproduction and Food Research of Polish Academy of Sciences. Now, again, on the blog post, there is a link to look at what real-life precision farming is, and you can click on a link to find out more about EIT Food. But the images as well that we've been looking at, I mean, you can pause, you can zoom in, you can have a look at the various different screens. But what is cool is, like I say, a lot of the features we're used to seeing with the environmental score, with the nitrogen levels, being able to adjust them or set them to automatic, spot application. Couple that all in with the new features of FS25 with AI workers being better. I say that in inverted commas, but generally speaking, they are. And with GPS as well, I have to say it's looking pretty cool. And it's exciting times. It's exciting stuff. Like I say, a lot of people have been asking. A lot of people said we should have had it right from the outset. But I think because they were working on these new features that will be coming with it, there's been a lot that's been going on, I guess. Giants, again, we come back to that same thing. Are they spreading themselves too thin by doing too many things at once? Potentially, those debates will continue, I would imagine. But it is good that it is returning. It's one of those features that I tended to kind of stay away from, didn't use it very often. But every time I did use it, I kept saying, and I did on my videos, would say, I don't know why I don't use this more often. Because it is brilliant to use. It is good fun to use. It depends whether you zone in and focus on your environmental score. Because if your environmental score goes up, the higher your environmental score, when you sell your various different crop types, you get bonuses for how high your environmental score is. The problem is chasing that environmental score to get it to 100 can become difficult. If you just want to use it for the features of the game and not focus too heavily on the environmental score, you absolutely can. And if you're into your stats, if you like all that kind of stuff, the economic analysis and yield maps to go into those pages and really hone in on what you've used, what your inputs, what your outputs are. It's like Football Manager. It's that in-depth dive into all of that. But if that's not your thing, you can still use the pack. You can still enjoy the features of it and have an absolute laugh doing it. I say an absolute laugh. It depends how you feel about playing the game. So there you go. Precision Farming is coming May the 8th. Like I say, live stream coming from Giants, and hopefully we'll get some more information, maybe some more visuals, maybe a video clip or something at some point. But I hope you have found all this information useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then of course, please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.